fucking name. That's where your story ends. My name rolls off your tongue so easy, like you know me all these years. You heard a couple barroom stories, mixed them up with borrowed fears. You wave when I walk through this town, like we're cut from the same cloth. But you don't know the weight I've carried, or everything it costs. A name is just a handful of letters stamped across an old ID. It don't tell you where I've been or who I had to be. You know the face, you know the sound, but you weren't there when I hit the ground. You know my fucking name, but not my story. You know where I stand, not where I've been. You know the man standing before you. Not every battle that lives within. You know my fucking name, that's all you own. The rest was written on roads I walked alone. You saw me after all the storms, never watched the sky turn black, never felt those sleepless miles, or wondered if I'd make it back. Every scar became a lesson, every lesson changed my skin. The man you're looking at today ain't where this life begins. So don't confuse a reputation with the truth beneath these bones. 1,000 people know my name, only I know where it's from. A name gets spoken every day, a story's earned the harder way. You know my fucking name, but not my story. You know where I stand, not where I've been. You know the man standing before you. Not every battle that lives within. You know my fucking name, that's all you want. The rest was written on roads I walked alone. Names get remembered, stories get survived. You know my fucking name, but that's not enough. A man ain't measured by what you've heard of him. You know my fucking name, not what made me whole, the hardest parts of who I am. Never needed applause. Remember my name, you'll never know my story. You see the scars. You never felt the cut. Ask me where this old scar came from, like it's just another tale. But every mark beneath his leather came with blood beneath the nails. Some were carved by broken promises, some by trusting way too much, some were earned from standing tall when life hit twice as rough. You trace the lines across my hands like there's something you can read. But scars don't tell the whole damn story, they only prove I didn't leave. You saw them heal, you missed the pain. You saw the man, not what remained. You never carried my scars, so don't wear my pain. You don't know the nights I fought just to rise again. You never carried my scars, don't speak like you do. A wound ain't just a memory, it's a part of you. You never swallowed all that pride just to keep another dream alive. Never shook a hand that stabbed you, then smiled and let it slide. You never stared into the mirror wondering who you'd be if every hit that built your backbone had landed differently. So don't compare your easy miles to roads that broke my soul. The scars you never carry are the reason I stand whole. You know the mark, not how it's made. Some debts can never be repaid. You never carried my scars, so don't wear my pain. You don't know the nights I fought just to rise again. You never carried my scars, don't speak like you do. A wound ain't just a memory, it's a part of you. hardest chapters. Nobody was there to read. When the lights were cold and fading, there was nobody around. No applause behind my footsteps, only boots against the ground. Every dream was held together by a thread about to break. Every sunrise asked the question, how much more can you take? Funny how they know the ending, like they watched the whole damn show. They missed the pages soaked in whiskey, written where the wild winds blow. You saw the sunrise, not the night. You saw me standing, not the fight. The hardest chapters were unseen. Nobody turned those pages. Nobody heard these empty rooms or counted all the ages. The hardest chapters were unseen. They live beneath my skin. The strongest man I've ever known was built where no one had been. There were miles without a witness, just the engine and the rain, learning how to carry silence like another kind of chain. Some lessons came in broken mirrors, some came underneath the stars, some were carved into my soul long before these scars. Now they only see the daylight, thinking that's where legends start. Truth is, heroes aren't born in sunshine, they're built inside the dark. No cameras, no parade, just another debt I had to pay. The hardest chapters were unseen. Nobody turned those pages. Nobody heard these empty rooms or counted all the ages. The hardest chapters were unseen. They live beneath my skin. The strongest man I've ever known was built where no one had been. No witness, no applause, just pain doing its job. No witness, no applause, just pain doing its job. That's why they don't understand. You don't become this hard by luck, you become this man. The hardest chapters were unseen, and that's where truth remains. The road that made my name was paved with lonely days. I survived the pages before it. Don't mistake my silence for an empty mind. I used to answer every question, fight for every point of view, till I learned that some conversations only make a fool of you. I watched promises turn to echoes, watched trust fade into smoke. Every lesson left me quieter with every heart they broke. Now I let the wind keep talking while I keep my peace intact, 'cause silence tells the strongest story when you don't react. Every quiet has a cause, every pause broke old laws. My silence has a history, it didn't come for free. Every word I never wasted helped rebuild what's left of me. My silence has a history, long before today. I learned that not every battle deserves my name. I buried anger under patience, laid revenge beneath the dust, found that walking from the fire sometimes takes the greater guts. You call it cold, I call it wisdom. Build one hard year at a time. Some scars don't need another witness, they just change your state of mind. So if I don't feed your rumors or answer every stone you throw, it's because I've crossed enough storms to know which way not to go. Less talking, more truth. Time teaches what pride never could. My silence has a history, it didn't come for free. Every word I never wasted helped rebuild what's left of me. My silence has a history, long before today. I learned that not every battle deserves my name. Silence isn't surrender, it's selection. My silence has a history, read it if you can. The calmest soul inside the room may be the one who ran through every storm and still stood tall. My silence has a history, that's why I don't explain. The loudest proof of who I am needs no words again. You hear my silence, I hear everything that built it. One last thing, you don't get to tell my story. conversations. Caught the end and missed the start. Now you're talking like a witness to every mile across my heart. You stitched together half the truth with the lies you wanted more, then sold your version to the world like you've been there before. Funny how they write conclusions without living through one page. Truth don't come from secondhand words, it comes from every scar with age. You know the rumors, you know the noise, you don't know the man's real voice. You don't get to tell my story. You weren't there that night. You never carried all the weight to keep me alive. You don't get to tell my story. It was never yours to write. Every chapter has my fingerprint, not your point of view. There were roads without a signpost. There were winners without heat. There were dreams held by a heartbeat, worn out leather on my feet. Some mistakes became my teachers, some regrets became my guide. Every chapter made me stronger, even those I tried to hide. So keep your polished explanations, keep your comfortable beliefs. The truth don't need your permission to exist beyond your speech. My story, my scars, my miles, my heart. You don't get to tell my story. You weren't there that night. You never carried all the weight that kept me alive. You don't get to tell my story. It was never yours to write. Every chapter has my fingerprint, not your point of view. My story, my voice, my life, my choice. You don't get to tell my story. The ending's finally clear. You know my fucking name, but that's all you'll hear. You don't get to tell my story. I'll leave the past with me. The man I am was built by roads you'll never live or see. Remember the name, the story was never yours.